Hi, this is the Unisetup point of sale software, and what we have here is the home page where we'd actually log in. So you can set up many user profiles, and I'm going to use the administrator login, so I'll have access to everything to show you. Alright, so here is the main screen that the cashier of sorts would use to access the point of sale. There's a left pane here that has some other options, but generally you wouldn't give a cashier all of these options. It's mainly the sales, customer payment, and close cash that they would use. So I'm going to move over this pane just to hide it, and now I'm going to show you how to enter a transaction. So in terms of entering a transaction, the actual items will be presented, and you can just select what you want. You can have numerous categories here on the left, and within the categories you have the different items. So I've selected 2 items so far, but for example, if we wanted to look for something, so for example a book, name of a book, so I can actually click on the search button and type in a part of the name and actually search for the book. It shows how much we have in stock and the price, and click OK, and that is also added. So say another customer walks in while the customer is there, and haven't quite finished with that customer yet, but someone just wants maybe a pencil or just a pen. You could put that on hold, click new sale, and you can go to cash in that pencil for that other customer, and then you can cash them out. So in the cash out screen you have various options, just cash, check, voucher, card, free, you wouldn't be using that, debt, and bank. So if we were to click cash, the person gave us $10 and the item cost $10. You can click OK, and they get no change. This pop-up, I'm gonna explain a little bit about it in a moment. So I'm gonna go now to my original customer, so I can go back to that customer, and then the person decides they want to make a change. They don't want a pencil, so I can remove that item and then can select another pen because that's what they want. So now we're going to cash them out, but this time this person is going to use our debit card. So it says make the card payment, click OK and approve. So now this point of sale extension allows you to send the receipt to their email. So that's something that it's free up to 100 transactions. After that it's about $5 per 500 transactions, $5 US. So now what we're gonna do now is just to show you some of the other things. So for example, close cash. This is used at the end of the day to actually close off all the transactions. So the cashier who was working would actually check off all their transaction against how much money and stuff that they have, and then they would actually close that amount off in the system. So it says close cash is okay, and then I'm gonna go now to some reports. So if we go down to sales, first report I'm going to show you is the cash close report. So if we were to run that report, it would show all the different the total amount that was actually closed off for that day. It's more than what I had actually just closed off, because I had actually was doing some transactions before. So I'm gonna now go to the transaction log, which shows a detail of the different transactions that went through and the times and the types of transactions. Another report that I have available, and again if we go over to the left pane, we can then go back to sales, and then we're going to select category sales, and then for category sales you can just run that report, and this shows you a summary of sales by category. So 2 categories we had were books and stationery. So if you had more, it would show a lot more stuff. You can also look at a more detailed transaction report, which shows the different items that were sold. Okay, so now we're going to go back to sales, and there are also charts there. Charts don't look so great. That'll actually just show you one of them. So if you click on run, you would see the charts there. As I said, don't look so great, but I'm going on to some more reports. So over to stock. So if we want to check on inventory levels, we can run our inventory report, and you will see here which have our items that we have in stock. Shows a cost value. The cost value is really how much you bought it for, retail value, how much you'd sell it for, and the actual units. So we have 7 of these accounting information books, and we also have some pens and pencils. So as I said, the retail value of all their items is shown, as well as the cost value. So if we're going to go back to stock, and now what I'm going to show you is how to actually set up your products. So you can add as many products you want, and you'd add these products to different categories in the system, and you can put the sales and the buying price. So that would actually be tracking, your profit and stuff. In the stock area, you have some options there. You can also add an image, and you can enter here how it's presented and any additional properties. So if we go back to the stock setup and over to categories, you can add as many different categories of items that you want. So that will help you in terms of processing. And now what I'm going to show you is how to add stock. So if you are buying stock, you can actually select what stock you want to add, and I'm going to add 10 of these accounting books. So if I click save, and then I'm going to now go back to my left pane and back to the inventory report, and we run that, and we'll see that we now have 17 books, right? And we had 7 before. So the last thing I want to look at is what the receipts may look like. So this captures all the receipts that have been processed. So first of all, the last thing we ran was the closed cash report. There's also the actual receipts that a customer would get. So these are the receipts that shows all the details. As you can see, I can configure it with your logo and everything. And these will be printed on the receipt printer. So now I'm just gonna log out, and this is basically what this software is all about.